Hi, this is Beth Beard from mylittlecraftblog.com, and today I'm going to show you how to take a simple silver brad and heat emboss the top of it to change the color. The first thing I have is a craft stamping spot in Cajun Craze, and we're going to dip the top of our brad onto the craft ink, and what I find is using a tweezers makes it much easier. So we're going to coat the top of our brad really good with the stamping spot. And sometimes for the darker colors you may have to repeat this process a couple times. But after we've coated the top of the brad, we're going to dip it in some clear embossing powder. And then we'll take our heat tool and melt the clear embossing powder and change the color of it. And there you have it. Another trick to do is to take your silver brad, dip it in Versamark, and coat the top of it really well, and then dip it in some heat and stick powder, and we're going to heat that up. And you can tell when it's hot enough. I know it's hard to see in the camera, but once the powder melts, after it melts, you'll know the top is nice and sticky. And then I'm going to dip it in some dazzling diamonds. And then I'm going to heat it one more time. And now I have this beautiful sparkly brad. Another trick that you can do to take a silver brad and change the color of it using embossing powders is to dip it again in some Versamark and coat the top really well. And here's how I store my embossing powders. I use these little food containers and then label them with my P-Touch as far as what they are. And then we'll take the brad and our tweezers again, and we'll dip it in the white embossing powder just to coat the top, and we'll tap off the excess. And then we'll heat it up. Still pretty hot, but now you can see that we've taken our silver metal brad and we made it into a white brad. And now we could dip it again in the Versamark. And back into the dazzling diamonds. And I think the glitter really pops then when it's on a white brad. I don't know how well you can see that, but now that brad is beautiful. So the possibilities are endless on what you can do with that. So you can dip it in your Versamark, and then in embossing powders, you can use the heat and stick powder. You can use the craft stamping spots and change the colors. So there's just numerous possibilities. So I hope you try one today. And if you have any questions, let me know. Thanks. Bye.